Let me ask you a question. What happens when you balance your finances, career, and your well-being? There's no limit to what you can achieve. I'm Jalen Vickery, your host and guide on how to build wealth with wellness. Living in a world of information overload and misleading highlight reels, Finance Fitness Finesse is a podcast to help you realize you're not woke, you're broke, and how to change that in your favor. If you're looking to elevate your wealth, well-being, and discover the power of balance, tune in to learn why money matters but wellness counts. Hey finessers! Welcome back to Finance Fitness and Finesse. I'm JaeVic, and today we're building wealth 5 reps at a time by breaking down the first letter of 5 reps dimensional wealth, finance. I've said before how money makes the world go round, but it actually does impact every dimension of our lives if you haven't picked up on that yet. Today we're going to define what financial wealth really means, why it matters, and some ways we can start strengthening your financial foundation right now, even balling on a budget. Before we get started, your input means everything, guys. Your feedback is key to making this show better and more useful for everyone. So if you're vibing with the content or have ideas for what you want to hear next, leave a quick review at the top or bottom of the show page. It's a great way for us to grow our finesser and lifelong learner community. Alright, let's get into it. To start off, I'm going to have you guys close your eyes, unless if you're driving, and take a breath with me. Now we're going to do an implicit bias experiment. When I say certain words, note the first images or memories that come up for you. Credit card, house, clothes, food, car, rich, wealthy. Implicit bias is when your brain connects certain words with past pictures, memories, or ideas without you even trying. That implicit bias experiment was meant to help you notice the connections you have to certain words and certain standards. What did you see? How does it relate to your financial health? How does it relate to societal expectations of financial health? Wealth, rather. Financial wellness is not just having money saved up or making good investments. It's not the display of certain items, clothing, or food. It is not the perception of an image visible to the naked eye, like a fancy car, an Instagram post, etc. Financial wealth is not about what you look like to others. It's about the internal security of confidence and control of how your decisions impact your situation. When was the last time you made a financial decision with flawless emotional ease? Maybe you recently even had an anxiety-inducing conversation about money. Whether it's the fear of appearing less intelligent, embarrassed of not looking wealthy enough for your environment, or feeling the social pressure to participate in spending, let's rewrite your standards of what financial wealth means to you. You! At the end of the day, it's only you hitting the pillow at night with those zooming thoughts about the status of your life. F3 is a podcast for lifelong learners pursuing freedom. I know that's why I engage in the podcast. I know that's why I engage in learning and networking. We take back our freedom by pouring into our dimensional wealth. Dimensional wealth, especially relating to your finances, goes beyond the achievements, expectations, and labels that society places on us to be deemed worthy enough. And let me reiterate this, that dimensional wealth rejects the keeping up with the Joneses mentality and accepts what it means to keep up with your evolving well-being. Our financial wealth is threatened when you let self-neglect of self-understanding bleed negatively into your other dimensions. Self-neglect of self-understanding. I wonder how avoidance plays a role in that. Ever noticed how financial stress can weigh on your body? When we're constantly worried about bills or debt, our bodies respond. Our bodies hold stress. I'm talking about that tightness in your chest or that sudden mental alarm in your head when the grocery or gas bill are higher than normal. I've been there. Sleepless nights, stress headaches, or even more severe issues like high blood pressure are also common effects. There goes your physical wealth. And what about the cycle of money conflict in your relationships? Lack of transparency or differing financial priorities between partners or family members distorts our understanding of what we want for our financial future. Especially if you're young, you're having some of your first really serious relationships, and you probably don't even know when, where, or why it's appropriate to ask about someone's financial views. The awkward barriers our culture places around avoiding communication about money is a driver of the surprises of financial habits in long-term relationships. Relational wealth bleeds out slowly over the long term if we neglect our financial wealth. Anyone out there working multiple jobs right now? Nobody can see me, but raising my hand here. The wonderful structure of our academic system gifted me and many of my fellow finessers the opportunity to work a full-time internship to graduate with minimal to no pay. Most of my peers I know have to work for free. The pursuit of my occupational wealth is a severe threat to my financial wealth. Sounds backwards, doesn't it? So what do? Utilize our financial anxiety to work nonstop and spend minimally to make sure we can make rent that month. Financial stress, of course, is one of the most common sources of anxiety. When we're constantly preoccupied with money worries, it drains our emotional energy and leaves us chronically overwhelmed. A lot of us don't even know how to begin changing our financial situation, so that overwhelm just implants itself in our brain, ready to attack our peace when we try to sleep at night. Financial wellness, wealth, means acknowledging these stressors and fighting for that peace of mind. You hear me say that? Acknowledgement that money exists in your life. It's not going anywhere, and whether you like it or not, you will have to learn how it works eventually. Are you going to let yourself drown, or are you going to grab onto that life raft of information, self-awareness, and perseverance that the F3 community embraces? Keeping up with our financial wealth makes it a lot easier to focus on self-care, make healthy lifestyle choices, and prioritize our well-being. The handcuffs of anxiety and entrapment in a job shatter as we embrace the freedom to explore new opportunities, take calculated risks, or even pursue our passions without the constant worry of what if. Financial wealth cannot develop until we take a moment to look internally at what our values and priorities are. Self-neglect, because we are too busy to sit down and learn how we can uplift our financial situation, is literally fueling that cycle of avoidance and sense of inadequacy that you're experiencing. You will not be able to take on new financial opportunities until you question why you label yourself as not good with money, or I'm not good at math, so I can't understand money. Who told you that? Seriously, who the told you that? Who reinforces that? You are not less than. You are not inadequate. You're capable. Discomfort, especially when it comes to learning about yourself, means the opportunity to strengthen our psyche and self-image. Think about it. If you're working out your body for a physical goal, you're probably experiencing a bit of discomfort as your body adapts and strengthens itself. It's not that different from your financial health. Finance or money talk has been stereotyped as hush-hush conversation. There are so many people out there that are bold about expressing how unique and different they are. Not enough people are expressing how unique and different they are financially, especially in regards to their boldness around their money. Their boldness of, hey, I strategize differently. That gets me into the 5 things that I use and recommend for your FIVEREPS mentality to build dimensional wealth with your money. Number 1, stop invalidating your knowledge, experiences, and capabilities. Self-invalidation is a direct attack on you and who you're working to become. Once you stop invalidating your pain, you can start dealing with it. Once you stop invalidating your lack of knowledge about money, you can really start learning about it. Financial fluency is empowering. Build your foundation by learning the basics, like how interest works, what a credit score is, how to save or invest. It might feel overwhelming at first, but remember, you don't have to learn it all at once. And everybody started from ground zero at some point. Take it one topic at a time. Take advantage of the information age we live in. Celebrate your progress as you go. Take someone with you. Talk to a friend about it. The more you understand, the more confident you'll feel making decisions that benefit your financial wellness. I literally use this podcast to document the things I'm learning. This is my learning bank, and I want to share it with my Finesser community. Season 1 has episodes breaking down some money basics, and there are some more to come in Season 2. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the internal validation versus invalidation we tell ourselves about our money management. Number 2, start making a money game plan. For whatever reason, the term budget causes a revolting response. I get it. Budget, it's a boring word. I tried to have an episode called Budgeting Brilliance, which didn't get quite as many views because, again, for whatever reason, the word budget makes people want to vomit. Probably because it seems limiting. There's guardrails that people don't want to address, or, budgeting really does make you look at what you're doing. That self-acknowledgement piece again, which can lead to some shame. But I like using the term game plan because it needs to be adaptable. Anyone who has competed in anything knows that there is a plan of attack, but there's also a plan B, C, and whatever happens as different challenges present themselves. A financial game plan isn't meant to limit you. It's a tool that gives us control over our money by knowing our numbers and thus our options. A huge misconception, guys, is that money buys you happiness. No, money buys you options. Know your numbers, understand your habits, expand your options, build wealth. Number 3, protect yourself and your money. In life, no other way to put it than how we all think it. Shit happens. Inconvenience, especially inconvenient emergencies, can cause microtraumas of stress in our body and mind. You'll feel it regardless, but what if I told you there was a way to make your pain and worry go away faster? I'll give you a personal example. There was one point where I needed new tires for my car, or my dog had a sudden knee injury. During both of those situations, I felt that initial twist of pain in my chest as I was in the experience, but it didn't even last a day as I got the appointments I needed, put the cash down to pay, and moved on. How does a young 20-something-year-old be able to just put cash down on big expenses like that without daddy's help? Emergency fund and passive income. Facing an emergency, I finessed my options ahead of time. An emergency fund is your financial parachute. And guys, I'm sure you have felt like you are falling from the sky, or screaming that the sky is falling like Chicken Little when unexpected bills hit you. You don't need to save thousands right away. Start with what you can manage like I did, $20 a week, and build it up over time. It has been so amazing watching my emergency fund earn passive income in an HYSA. I mean, that's my magic anxiety pill. Protect yourself and your money. Number 4, tackle high interest debt first. Debt has been extremely normalized in our culture. I mean, while it's not abnormal to be carrying debt, that doesn't mean just roll over and accept you will always have a negative net worth. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not okay with always living within the limitations the shackle of debt places on me. Debt can feel like a constant weight or a shadow that follows you around, confining you to limited paths of true financial wealth, especially high-interest debt like credit cards. Prioritizing those types of debts by making regular payments or even finding ways to consolidate them is one thing you can do to try and gain back control. Every time you pay down a bit of debt, you're taking one step closer to that financial freedom you're craving. Steady progress reinforces your internal awareness that you have the stamina to pursue the lifestyle you want. Number 5, set meaningful financial goals and celebrate the small wins. Developing clear financial goals gives us a reason to stay motivated, to stay with the momentum. Start by setting small, achievable goals that align with a why. Why do I want to get out of debt? Why do I want to have more control over my money? Why do I want an emergency fund? Why do I want to save for retirement? Why do I want to save for that nice car? It's your why. I have my different savings buckets, but one thing I work on is saving for social spending. I used to get a lot of anxiety if I was out with friends and there was a bunch of spending going on and I knew it wasn't in my game plan. But I knew I wanted to be free socially to enjoy the experience. So now, I save money out of my paycheck for that social spending. Every little win builds your momentum mindset. Financial goals don't have to be big or complicated. They just need to be meaningful to you. As we close this episode out, here are a few questions I want you to ask yourself, and these will be in the show notes too. In what ways do I invalidate my capabilities, knowledge, or emotions around money? What do I enjoy spending money on versus what I'm socially expected to spend my money on? What's my game plan for saving, spending, and investing this month? Am I avoidant of addressing my financial fears? What small wins can I acknowledge in pursuit of financial wealth? Financial wellness is a journey, and it's different for everyone. Whether you're just starting out or looking to build on what you know, remember that every step counts. These habits and practices can strengthen your sense of control, lower stress, and open up possibilities we may not have thought were possible. Money doesn't buy happiness, it buys options. Financial wealth is the marriage between options and self-awareness to pursue the things that are truly of value to us, not keeping up with the Joneses or Instagram. Know your values and value yourself. That's all for today's episode on financial wealth. I'm here with y'all finessing every day. I hope I can serve as a reminder that small steps can lead to big changes with the momentum mindset. If you enjoyed this episode, help me learn with you and be sure to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Stay tuned for more episodes where we continue to build your wealth and wellness 5 reps at a time. I'm JaeVic, and please don't act woke and be broke. Until then, stay savvy, and if you don't know, now you know. Disclaimer, this podcast is for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial or mental health advice. Always seek professional guidance tailored to your personal needs.